Are live. So, no, welcome to the entire zero people in our audience. Hopefully, we get more.
Yes, hopefully.
So, uh, episode 3 of Kenobi. Well, we were predicting a particular train wreck, and
It happened.
it has arrived.
Yep. Yeah.
So, shall, shall we start with the big one, or should we go or should we go chronologically?
How chronologically, I would say, because, and I'm glad you're doing the structure of the live stream, so I could just run my mouth. Obviously, after you ask me something.
Okay, so we start out we start out Kenobi, and we have them land on not it's not Utapau. It's who cares?
Yeah, I just said
Re-
the mining facility. Let's just keep it the mining facility.
the mining planet. So we're at the mining planet, and Kenobi is being it's frankly being an impatient jackass.
Excuse me. No, that was actually like a cough sneeze. I wasn't
Yeah,
being. Yeah. Anyway, repeat yourself again. Then I'm sorry.
we've landed, and Kenobi is being an impatient, untrusting jackass.
Yeah, you would think he would have more confidence and patience.
I'd understand him not having confidence, but getting to but getting to the location and going, well, this is where we're supposed to be. There's nothing here. Now we need to leave. It's like,
yeah.
okay,
He just, if I were to use the popular term, like, not to say it's 100% right now character assassinated, but again, it's just like he does feel like a different character in this episode. It's so weird.
hi Isaac and hi Moonchild and Isaac. I just want this to be a one-on-one talk right now. Sorry, but yeah, it, K- Kenobi is it's supposed, or at least to me, it's supposed to be the patient one, the one that puts up with everything.
Yep.
Just rolling his eyes, going, "Really, we're doing this now?" But not running from point A to point B.
No, yeah, exactly. Basically, if I were to like trader, if I were to expand on that, yeah, we're probably going to get to this scene, but every step of the way in this episode, he is so. I'm on to cuss, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
He's so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Like, I know everybody talks about, oh, this character is stupid, this character is stupid. Like, I've never seen so much stupidity from a character that has traditionally had intelligence to him, competency. Like,
Hmm.
I think we talked about this before our stream, maybe a couple days right after, and obviously we'll get to that scene, but it's like, net, it's right in my face. Like, the simplest thing that Obi-Wan Kenobi, even old Ben Kenobi was able to use it to his advantage. Like, and plus just, critical thinking, at least, too, not just abilities. It's just he's never felt so out of character until episode 3. I mean, episode 1 and 2 absolutely, but just, right in our face stupidity, up to the extremes. That's what I'm getting at. But yeah.
To a degree, I don't typically go for they're just being stupid, but I can see that reading of it.
Yeah. I mean, usually I try to go, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. And I don't do the character assassination criticism, but obviously we're going to get to it and I'll tell you why. But yeah,
Hmm.
that was like the most, all right, I'm going to fucking say it's character assassination to a certain extent. But yeah,
Honestly, I don't have a ton of problems with how Kenobi is portrayed overall. I have a problem with situations he's put in, things like that. But
Right.
so
Well, that's what I'm meaning right now. Yeah.
yeah,
Right now. I mean, Ian McGregor's obviously doing a great job for what the material he's given. It's just, yeah, the creative decisions made in this series so far.
Ewan McGregor is a professional actor. If you ask me, he does not care about Obi-Wan, which is fine.
Right.
He is not one of those actors that has identified with his character. And that's why whenever people talk about, ooh, he said that things are, that they're not going to break canon, they're going to be respectful. I'm like, I don't care what he says because he doesn't care about the role. He just cares about doing his job.
Yep. And
it's not like Mark Hamill, who identifies so strongly with Luke.
Right. Yep. And like I said, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's also the reality of things. I don't think less of it.
I mean, just
the
context of what we're speaking in right now, you know.
I honestly don't think less of him for it. When I make that analysis, a lot of times people assume that I'm ragging on him, and I'm not. That's
no,
actually
not necessarily. Yeah, I'm about the same way.
That's actually a healthy way for an actor to feel with how many roles they end up having.
Yeah. No, it's just like I said, and just in this context, you know, with how I felt this character was done, portrayed, written.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's unfortunate to hear that, of course, you know. Yeah, so do we want to move on to the next bit? Are we gonna go
Yeah. So they hitch a ride with the trucker.
Mm-hmm.
Freck.
Yep.
Who I actually kind of liked Freck, to be honest.
I did too. That was one of the positives I had in general for overall Disney Star Wars show, because maybe it's just a personal thing, but again, I like the voice actor. I like the creature. I like that he was driving around this little farm truck type of deal.
Yeah.
Again, and then having him be a spy, or not a spy, like
not even a spy. I'd have a hard time even calling him a snitch. He just seems like he's a trucker that believes that the Empire are good.
Yeah.
And when he said that you guys might want to check them out, if they actually checked out as being fine, he probably would have been happy to keep on giving them a ride wherever.
Yeah, very true. But yeah, I liked him. Yeah, that whole scene where he's driving on them. Sorry, I'm a little plugged up. He's a mole. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, like I didn't mind Freck, whatever his name is.
Freck.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm running into now?
Yep.
Obviously, this is what I was talking about before. When he gets on the damn farm truck and fucking Obi-Wan doesn't use his Jedi mind trick ability to trick the stormtroopers and even Freck to avoid any trouble.
I'm not sure how he'd have done it with Freck, because Freck was just driving, so you don't just do a quick mind trick there. But when when the stormtroopers were with them,
sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, I was getting in the scene, obviously, with the stormtroopers.
Yeah,
yes, but you get what I'm saying.
But when he makes the flub up when he says Leia instead of Luma, that is where he might have used a mind trick. You didn't hear that.
Yeah, he as we traditionally know Obi-Wan, whether it's old Ben or young Obi-Wan, he could have just did a slight. I did say his name was, I did say her name was Luna.
The biggest problem I'd have with that would be that typically the mind trick works on one person, and there were like 4 of them there. So I'm not sure whether that would have been feasible or not.
But they're the weak-minded, because remember in an episode 4, they got stopped by the stormtroopers, and there was like 2 or 4.
Yeah, but he only did it on the one person that was actually talking to him. But all of them heard him make the gaffe, so I'm not sure that it would have worked on all of them at the same time.
I would possibly disagree because again, I mean, I know there's no captain of rank, but then again, you can influence the main instigator saying you said her name was Luna, and I mean that's my observation.
Yeah.
What if it didn't affect Freg? He heard the story exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh, I'd say that is a situation where sometimes you're better off not using the force and just talking your way back out of it.
True. I mean, he did a decent job trying to talk out of it.
Yeah.
But it's more so the stormtroopers being dumb, not noticing Obi-Wan, because that's another problem with this series too.
Oh
Because
yeah. Actually,
Obi-Wan is like top 5 of 5 million.
well,
Number 5 of 5 million
here's
targets
the
in
thing
the
on
Galactic Empire.
actually. Here's the thing. They're told that they're hunting a Jedi, and at this point, they actually know which Jedi they're hunting because
Yeah.
because when they got here from the other planet, they had footage of Kenobi. They
Mm-hmm.
know exactly what current Kenobi looks like,
Yep.
and these guys are sent out to hunt a Jedi without pictures.
Yeah. It's
I mean, it
pretty
would be one
dumb.
thing if the hunt wasn't on for them. That it would actually be different
Mhm.
because, yeah, they don't necessarily have everything,
Yep.
but the hunt was specifically on for him, and they don't have pictures.
Mhm. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Yeah, one of the I'm fine with the Rusty Kenobi. He's been out of 10 games.
Yeah, and actually, I am too, but that doesn't mean that he stops being who he is.
Exactly. That's where I'm getting at too, because I was trying to explain to people my criticism, because again, the way he's being portrayed in this. Yeah, exactly, Moon. No, my biggest, like you said, Nat, like, yeah, he could be rusty. Of course you're gonna have rust if you're not been participating in, Jedi affairs for 10 years. I mean, he's literally a hermit living on Tatooine. Of course he's not slicing and dicing everybody, but my point is, and what you were saying is, like, I didn't expect him to be a Padawan learner. Like, he's coming off like a like a Padawan learner. Like, he's so incompetent in situations, using his brain, not using his brain, excuse me, and like
Well,
just
to,
and then
to a
of course
degree,
go ahead. Sorry.
to a degree, what I've been going off of is that he's using the Force as little as possible because he's not supposed to be out there acting as a Jedi. So that's really how I'd been justifying how little he used the Force, because he'd want to put as little of an imprint out there on the world with his Force powers as possible.
Oh, for sure. But minor abilities like a Jedi mind trick or a little, like a grab of a stick,
Yeah, but
remember my tweet?
but when they're actually looking for you, things like that can. I mean, hi, we're looking for a Jedi. Wait, wait. It that guy over there just suddenly magically changed his mood. I mean, these are telltales.
No, understandable, but again, it's just the way they wrote it. And it wasn't good. Do you think that his fear that Anakin survived? What do you think
No,
his fear? No, it didn't impair his.
no,
No,
I
I
don't
don't
really
think
think
so.
so.
No,
No,
because, and that's another thing that's why I have a huge problem with this nerf, because it justifies everything. Because obviously we'll talk about it. Remember, like, badly justifying. Excuse me, sorry, not justifying in a good way.
no, I know what you meant. Yeah,
Yeah, because again, like, don't get me wrong. You made a good point about, he doesn't want to use the Force too much. Great, fine. But what I'm saying is, like, in some scenarios where it's time to use your abilities and
yeah,
decades and decades and decades of Jedi training, you should be able to do a few things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking star killer shit, but basically minor abilities, traditional abilities.
Yeah, and Remy, I completely agree with you here. This is also why I don't think that Kenobi should be out running around doing this in the first place, because being out on this kind of rescue mission, you're kind of fucked over about trying to keep yourself on the down low.
Yeah, because he's already exposed.
You're completely right, Remy.
I'm eating something too. Go ahead. Yeah, no, exactly, because it's not so much what he does now in episode 2 or in the future, because it just all goes back to that square one. You took him off fucking Tatooine, and it pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you just open the wormhole of everything.
Yeah.
You can keep the Force on down low. Yeah, that's what basically you were referring to. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was. What I was responding to. Yeah.
Good observation, Remy. What was the one by Moon? I do like him snap it at Leia. Yeah, that was fine. That was fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's just more so. I mean, I don't want to spoil what we say, but everybody knows what I've had to say on Twitter and probably net too in our group chats. So
yeah, I've been quieter about it than you have.
Yeah. Well, it's just been bullet points. I haven't been doing scene by scene saying, "Oh, this is trash. Oh, this is trash." I mean, but again, it's more so very specific stuff because episode 3 did do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But what was the next bulletin point?
Actually, before moving on, I want to mention a Twitter thread that I saw about the trucker.
What did you say? What happened?
There was a Twitter thread that I saw that I wasn't going to touch with the 10-foot pole on Twitter because politics. Ah.
Oh, here we go.
But there was a person who was talking about how Freck is this awesome low-level villain because he's just like the MAGA hat Trump wearing people. Trump people who think that they're doing good by supporting order and would turn in the good guys. And I'm just sitting here just face palming, going, everything has to be about politics and Trump, you motherfuckers, doesn't it?
And the funniest part, Nat, I'm laughing about just now I can see the mole guy in like a beat up pickup truck out in the middle of Arkansas with a Trump sticker.
Yeah.
Trump head.
Yeah. And you see, I don't mind talking about stuff like that here, but oh my God, I just looked at it and I kind of wanted to say something on that thread, but I
agree. I would snap too.
But I have I've got this rule: I don't dip my toe in crazy.
Yeah,
you do that a little bit more than I do.
Me, I like I said, my time back, obviously everybody's been chiming at me and I've been kind of getting back to my old habits, but I miss talking to people, so what can you say?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, but basically if I could take over for a sec,
I'll go right ahead.
Remember how stupid that Lasergate was?
Walk around it.
Yes.
They're looking at it going, oh, we need to figure out how to get past it. Okay, we'll break. Just walk around it. You're not in the vehicle.
That is terrible. That is terrible writing and poor creativity on the people who made that gate.
I did enjoy the Stormtrooper game Bisected by it, though. That was good.
Yeah, that was a little nice something.
It was like, oh, hey, you did the thing. You did the thing.
Yay! You finally understood your audience and the concept of lasers in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just so dumb. And yeah, remember the fact that he was still holding his gun when he surrendered? He could have easily just did his little pew pew.
Well, that's kind of what he eventually did.
I know, but again, like it's just in that moment, it's just like Obi-Wan, you don't need to surrender when you can just do what you did earlier.
True.
But that goes back to also, just competency and then just critical thinking. Because again, I actually had I keep doing this to myself. Seeing the screen and shit. I don't touch my mouse all the time. It's okay. It's okay, Kenobi. We could just walk around the gate. I saw a Bug's Life with the leaf during that moment. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. That was great. I want to see that in meme context now. Anyway, like I was more so like, okay, back to the Jedi mind tricks. So maybe not influence the stormtroopers, but maybe like influence Frick. Like, since he's like, okay, he's gonna take him to this gate, but maybe
let us off here.
Obi-Wan kind of goes, "You want to take me to the spaceport?"
Oh, or actually, just you want to let us off here because he just wanted to get off before that. So why did he have to ask?
Stormtroopers, maybe not the stormtroopers, but maybe still the ability to do so.
But because the stormtroopers weren't with them at that moment, they were by themselves with Freck, and this is where they keep it on the down low is actually not an excuse. This is where it's just between them. Right. And when he gave resistance to stopping, he should have just gone, you want to let us off here.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Let us off here or spaceport, correct. But yeah.
Yeah, well no, the things at the gate was between them and the spaceport. So
that's right.
So the point was that they wanted to get off before the friggin' checkpoint.
Bear with me. I had a long Saturday today. I took dog out.
No problem. Also, I also remember I watched it right before this train.
Yeah, and thank God you did because I would have looked like a dumbass.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're gonna be talking about it. So since I haven't seen it since Wednesday, how's about just rewatching it? I didn't like watch it, like put it on my TV. I just had it on my phone while I was kicking the crap out of stuff in Sekiro.
Yeah. So I guess we can move on to the part where that lady helps Obi-Wan and takes her to the underground railroad.
Yeah, but first we have to comment on the fact that people, or at least that one Jar Jar not Abrams account, thought that it was thought that it was woke for there being a female stormtrooper.
That was one of the stupidest criticisms I have ever fucking seen labeled in a movie criticism.
Yeah. Well,
it's a fucking stormtrooper, dude. You bow down when you got guns pointed at you. No,
yeah.
If it's a woman.
By the way, and I keep on mentioning this to people when they ask whether they should take him seriously or not. He thought that that would be 1917. That was filmed as a one shot through as a one take through everything. Mm-hmm. He thought that was a woke movie because it was directed by a femember.
Oh God!
Or written. I forget what it was, but I remember that
account.
I remember that argument with him, and I never even saw the movie, but I was just like, "What the hell am I looking at?" And so, anytime someone asks whether that account is a troll or not, I'm like, I don't know if it's intentionally a troll.
See, I followed that account because he would post stuff, but then he got really stupid, like you were saying.
Yeah. There's the Ruin Johnson account, which I still follow and I think is still freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
But then there's Jar Jar Not Abrams, which I ran into both of them around the same time, and I just went, okay, one of you is funny and the other is just holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just
okay. So let's read this. If it wasn't for the probe droid, I believe Obi-Wan was talking his way off. Then again, the truck was so slow, he and Leia could have easily jumped off.
Yeah, the probe droid was fine.
No, the thing about the probe droid is that they called probe droid down after they got to the checkpoint, and they're starting to look at them. If they had gotten off before the checkpoint, the probe droid wouldn't have been called down to them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's the point that I was trying to make. That
Oh yeah, yeah,
that the probe droid would have stopped what they're talking about, but
yeah,
the probe droid didn't come into
that gate.
Yeah.
The probe droid had to stop at that gate.
Now,
So
mind you, that doesn't mean that if they got out and searched another way around, that probe droid wouldn't have found them, because we were told that
we all know how probe droids work.
we were told that they deployed quote unquote all of the probe droids to that planet. So I'd imagine that they'd have been seen at some point.
Yeah. Honestly, that would have been more awesome if you really think about it.
Yeah,
he gets off the truck, but then the probe droid finds him, and not so much the gate.
Yeah, and it had been like a cat and mouse sort of thing.
Oh yeah, Mike Zero clone. Oh
yeah. I'm assuming he's
50,000 views.
I'm
struggles to get views.
I'm assuming that he's referring to Jar Jar, not Abrams as Mike Zero. But yeah.
Yeah. But
So yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and the probe droid is another place where I take issue, because the probe droids are connected to and this is possibly my headcanon, but also I think it is canon. I'm not, so just keep that in mind that I'm not sure. But probe droids are connected to the entire network. So once it had a good read on Obi-Wan, that is now recorded in the Imperial network for prosperity. So once this is all done, guess what? There is now a known place that Obi-Wan has been cited for any new investigation that is trying to find him can jump off from. Even if everybody going from this point forward dies, so there's no memory, they still know that he was here.
Yeah, on that mining planet, correct.
Yeah. So he is no longer completely off the radar.
Yep. It further doubles down on the stupid no hermit status anymore.
As of the last episode, at least, it was only the underbelly that knew for sure that he was around. Yep. Now it's in the official system.
Yep. Hey, remember I made that joke about, Leia learn how to shoot by the next episode, but let's make a new one. How much you want to bet in Monopoly dollars that another probe droid gets sent out, and it's sent to Tatooine this time, and then they track him down to Tatooine?
You weren't on Twitter when the leaks came out, were you?
Oh God, no. Oh, if you're telling me that's gonna be fucking true, I'm gonna
that's not quite true. But do you want to know what the leaks say? And by the way, I don't know that they're true or not.
Most of it was pretty good. Most of it was pretty spot on. There was the fights, Darth Vader.
Have you seen the leaks? Is what I'm asking.
No.
Then you don't know if it's spot on or not.
Well, no. Because remember, OG Star Wars, she clarified the leaks.
Oh, I know, but thing is that I actually found where the leaks came from. I found the article.
Oh no. There's more leaks.
Well, actually, the leaks were pretty spot on from what the article said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And put all the. I did my own detective work too. Come on.
Well, you weren't on Twitter for a while, so I thought you might have missed those. But it's not that. But it's not so much that a probe droid gets sent. It's that Reva figures out that he must have been protecting Luke on Tatooine, and speeds back to Tatooine.
Shut the.
No, I'm not joking. This is the leaks. And this doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but it's the leaks. And the Grand Inquisitor is there before him, and the Grand Inquisitor has either Owen or Beru, who at lightsaber point with Luke watching as they get there.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
This is the leak. I can send it to you later.
I'm trying not to punch, I got my ATST. Remember, I bought for Lego set.
Yep.
I'm trying not to punch it right now. It's like to my right, and I just want to punch it.
Yep.
Oh.
And Moonchild, no, he did not shoot it. He did not shoot it before it was able to be recorded.
Well, remember,
because it was because, like you say, it was transmitted to.
Once they see you, you're over. It's done.
Yeah, it was transmitted to the Inquisitors, which means it hit the net.
Just like in Empire.
And yes, Brian, the shit has hit the fan. That's actually kind of how I started the podcast out.
Yeah, and episode 3 is easily the worst. There's a lot we still haven't covered, but it's net stream, and he wanted to cover his specifics.
Well, I'm just I figured it would make more sense if we just kind of went from start to finish. And since I did just watch it, I figured that I could actually lead us through it.
Yeah. Well, you're better at that than me, so that's why I'm like co-pilot on this.
Well, you're also really great to bounce things off of. So
I try.
So, oh yeah. Well, as far as presentations goes, it probably helps that I actually have given presentations at large conferences too. So.
Yeah, I need to work on my presentation skills. But go ahead.
Oh, actually, one sec. I'm going to see if I can. Well, actually, no. It would take me. It would take me too long. I was thinking of going and finding the leaks and just putting a link to it in the chat.
Damn, why can't we get live streams like that where you could just drop memes and articles or tweets? That would be dope.
Well, I can. What actually? Actually, if you don't mind talking to chat for a moment, I could probably find it. So.
We can do that. Yeah, I can talk to chat. Or just
So
rant about this goddamn show.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh my goodness. Just everything like we were just talking about with me and Nat. Obviously, this is how I feel like this is more fleshed out. Like Obi-Wan should have been a lot smarter when he got in the mining plant. Like, again, he could have influenced Frick to let him off. He could have been more secretive. Like, I actually, now that I think about it, he was like literally next to the fucking dirt road. So that was fucking dumb. Yeah, I'm just going to walk on this next to this dirt road and get this awesome cinematic shot without thinking logically that some fucking Imperial, transport might go by. And then sure enough, it's not a transport. It's some dude that supports the Empire. You would think he would like go into the heart of the desert to kind of stay low. But then again,
you think?
Yeah. Oh, are you still? Oh, you're listening. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, are you still searching for it?
I just got it.
Oh, sweet.
You see, the thing is that I actually tweeted about it myself, so I just had to do a targeted search on my own name.
Gotcha.
Okay, and I'm going to pin. Actually, I should probably say what that is, and that'll pin it.
Okay.
I mean, it's computer stuff. I'm able to do things pretty fast.
Yeah, you're pretty efficient.
There we go. Pin message. There we go. So yeah, now that I have them up, so come on. The villain has managed to figure out that Ben Kenobi has been hiding on the planet to protect Anakin Skywalker's son, Luke. And after his final battle with Darth Vader, Obi-Wan races home to stop her from harming him. The site has no intel on what Reva has planned for the boy, but when the Jedi Master arrives, he finds Owen and Beru subdued by the Sith Inquisitor, and Luke watching on as she stands in front of him, lightsaber ignited. Remembering her own traumatic childhood and the awful life she's had inflicted on her, Reva is unable to kill or take the child, and instead leaves the planet with her humanity intact. The young Luke doesn't understand what's happened, and while Owen had previously dismissed Obi-Wan, he now has a better understanding of why the youngster must be protected. With that, Owen finally gives his nephew the T-16 Skyhopper toy that Obi-Wan bought for him in the premiere, a gift he initially refused to give the boy. It's a touching moment that brings the story full circle. There's still more to come involving Reva and Darth Vader. So, what do you think?
I want to cherry pick that one line because all of that was so nonsensical. Now Obi-Wan learns why Luke is so special and has to train the boy. That is the stupidest fucking thing to say when we all know the importance of fucking Luke Skywalker. Are you kidding me right now? This is straight up fan fiction.
I mean, please keep in mind, I have no idea how valid these leaks are.
I know. I'm just saying. In a vacuum, in this context, I'll gladly say that. So you're right, but in that is
But can you not see from what we've already seen in this show?
What if it happens? There's a reason why I made that Leia pistol meme.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I can legitimately see this happening.
God damn, dude. Again, I anybody can write better than Disney. It's unbelievable. Jesus. Again, only Disney would exactly, Brian. Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Luke is in trouble with the Inquisitors. Bitch, he doesn't know anything about Inquisitors.
Yeah.
He shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the level of
So yeah.
This is as bad as TLJ. And Tross. God. Oh my. Oh yeah. Get a load of this. So I think I didn't see one of the two. How many Luke episodes were in? Help me out here. Mandalorian, right? How many Luke episodes were there?
I think 3.
I think one of them I saw.
Actually,
I know we're going off the review, but
sorry, I was actually thinking. I was thinking of Boba Fett when you said Luke.
Yeah. Bear with me,
because there's the one scene in Mandalorian that had everybody going ooh ah, and then there's the 2 episodes in Boba Fett which really aren't Boba Fett episodes.
Yeah, color me surprised. Anyway. This motherfucker, this Luke Skywalker, somehow, some way got Yoda's fucking lightsaber. How, Net? How? That is as stupid as Kylo Ren getting the Darth Vader helmet. Make it make sense.
Who knows?
If they seriously, if Reva threatens Kid Luke, and does this weird make your stand, Kenobi, him or the boy, or me or the boy, whatever that fucking altercation will be like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that will easily be worse than TLJ. That single moment, honestly.
And keep in mind, it says that Reva is unable to kill or take the child, and instead leaves the planet with her humanity intact, which implies that she basically beats herself. Because that doesn't sound because that makes it sound like it's her making the choice not to do it, not that she was prevented.
Talk about plot convenience. Jesus Christ. Anyway, should we get to the railroad part and the lady?
Yep. So they're about to get in lots of trouble, and our nice spy shoots the stormtroopers in the back conveniently.
Yeah.
Weren't they lucky that it was the sympathizer that came?
Yeah, it's just dumb stormtroopers.
I mean, to be a little bit more fair, er, she was probably already headed out, going to be headed out to go get them, because she does say, "We were coming, you just weren't there when we got there."
Yeah,
So,
I suppose.
but if that's the case, why was she coming with stormtroopers that weren't in on it?
Yeah, you could have
Why?
just knocked him out and pull up that transport and take Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because if she was up for the reason that I'm saying, why was she bringing in loyal stormtroopers along with her to pick up the Jedi?
It reminds me of
And if she wasn't out for the reason I'm saying, then it really is just, well, isn't that motherfucking convenient?
yeah, it reminds me of the running joke in the South Park episode. Remember when the police chief dresses up as a hooker,
Mm-hmm.
and remember he like really sells the job to the point where he's actually doing the dirty business, and then he busts the guy. That's what it sounds
Mm-hmm.
like. Like you said, like why are you bringing stormtroopers? That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. So
At least South Park is still well written.
yeah, I don't tend to watch it much, but when I see it, it typically does make me amused.
Oh my god, Nat! It again. That is maybe I'm biased, but that is some of the best comedy you'll ever see. Satirical comedy ever. The way they write the situation and the jokes is just so goddamn clever. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry.
No, no problem. So now we've got that, and and they go in and they go into town, and they get and then they hold up with the loader.
Wait, repeat that again. I think my mic
They
kind of messed up.
they go into town, and then they hold up with that loader with the loader droid.
Yeah.
And we get a nice little scene with the loader droid and Leia, and they and kind of making friends with it, which I was kind of like when they actually do things with the droids.
Yeah, I mean it's perfectly fine. It's something very 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 hard to criticize. It it just blows my mind that Disney Star Wars can have some decent moments as of late. I would say the
Hmm.
show's more so than the sequel trilogy, in my opinion,
Yeah,
where they would have these decent scenes or decent ideas or decent shots, and it's just like, why can't
the
you guys put that together? Because remember
the
my favorite
the,
takeaway. Go ahead.
the thing is that Kenobi, unlike a lot of the other stuff that Disney has done, they actually are willing to take a break from the action to actually breathe occasionally.
Hmm.
And that's when some of these nicer scenes come in, like you're talking about, especially in the sequels. They don't stop to breathe.
Oh God, it's like a
Mm.
fucking Marvel movie. Jesus.
and, and the same thing goes for a lot of Mandalorian too.
Yep.
And in this one, when I was watching the first two episodes, one of my first thoughts was, okay, they're actually willing to stop for a moment and not need to be running around with their heads like chickens with their heads cut off.
Yeah. Not. Yeah, we always don't have to have pew pews and blasters and lightsabers and just crappy choreographed action too. Oh my god,
No,
jeez.
yeah.
Anyway, like I was saying,
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna add to that, and obviously, my not really favorite, but I appreciated it because it got my fanboy heart ticking because I did appreciate that scene where Anakin's off in the distance and Obi-Wan's losing it. He's seeing him like it's a mirage type of deal, but
mm-hmm.
he haunts him, and you know how I feel. I was like, God damn, we were so close, net. And like I said on Twitter, probably some of you know, I was like, man, that would have been so perfect if this was just based on Tatooine. That would have been one of the best shots, and it could have been like altered differently, like maybe like how like you see like some ghostly character their lips don't move, but it could have been some dialogue between Anakin or Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's kind of like, losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some scary, like some, what is it, psychotic dialogue, like it could have been, like an easy example, like, you were the chosen one, I hate you. Again, the lips aren't moving, but it sound, you can hear it
Just
kind of
kind of
distorted.
just kind of echoey.
Yeah, and it could have been like what is it, a close-up shot on Hayden's face, not so much a long shot like they did, kind of add to it though. But
A dolly zoom?
Huh?
A dolly zoom? That's where you're
Maybe.
going backwards and zooming forward at the same time.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I will say I did like that scene, even though it didn't get my perfect fanboy's dream, because again, like I said, obviously, Anakin Vader is my favorite character, and I just thought, because again, growing up, it would have been, growing up, I always liked, this idea of a show, and it really kills me more than TLJ at this point, but I can't be biased and say it's worse than TLJ. But obviously, that just idea for a scene, I was just like, that was, I want more of that. Why can't we just get more of that? Don't go on space adventures and go hang out with Kid Leia.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they should use dolly
honestly,
instead of shaky
that
cam.
Makes sense too. A shaky
for
cam
Vader versus Obi-Wan.
Great.
Yeah, that could have worked.
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah,
so
the
yeah,
loader droid was cool. I liked what was it, that the so, because remember, Obi-Wan and Leia got off that one ship, and that was it the same loader droid?
No.
I figured. Yeah, and I just like those little machines that were unloading the thing. I give Disney credit; those are pretty cool. Those little, like legless unloaders.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of made me think about my smuggler fanfic idea I wanted to make up. I'll make up or plot out, but anyway, yeah. And, you just obviously, I mean, if we're gonna go back an episode just to give Disney credit, some credit at least. I did appreciate the Owen and Ben scene, where obviously they discuss about Luke and like you did his father, obviously, but
yeah.
Obviously I got to talk about Vader. I was so happy that James Earl Jones came back. At least, like I said, you know me, if I can at least enjoy something, I'm going to enjoy it. And it was just great to hear his voice. And that first scene, with him actually talking to Reva, that was perfect. That was perfect Vader. Perfect.
Yeah, that opening scene with that was good.
Beautiful. And then I guess we should talk about that scene then, right? Since we're talking about Vader, right?
No, we're not quite there yet.
Oh yeah, we gotta still take care of something. Yeah.
So they're going into the back room right now.
Right.
Oh, and they and the support that you were talking about earlier about her wanting to learn how to shoot, and then they did the little quick fan service line with something written down by Quinlan, I believe it was.
Oh God, yeah.
How'd I know you're going to react like that?
It goes back to you know how I am. The stupid fan service. I'm tired of it. I don't care. I don't care if it was fucking Mace Windu. I really don't. Just stop with this. Oh, Quinlan Voss was here. Quinlan was here? Oh my God, let's get hyped and clap. Jesus. It's getting to that point, so no offense to anybody.
No, it's like what OG was saying about this, that remember, this is not your Quinlan. This is just another character named Quinlan. It's like it's like if they brought in somebody that they called Mara Jade. It's not going to be Mara Jade. It's just going to be someone that they call Mara Jade.
Yep, unfortunately. That's awesome, Brian. I want to see it. You can gladly hit me up. I want to see it because, as you guys could tell, this is pretty TLJ levels for me right now. Because again, it's my failure for never picking up those great Obi-Wan Kenobi novels about this type of story where he should have stayed on Tatooine and only Tatooine, and then Disney aborts it. Anyway, yeah, it's just I'm just getting sick and tired of it. Let's bring back Quaylen Voss. Let's bring back Cad Bane. Let's bring back Boba Fett. It's just like, bro, can we have a natural story without fan service? Or bringing back pre-established characters. Like, yes, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Qui-Gon, Owen, Lars, and Aunt Beru, they all make sense. But now, again, we're going to we need to put Leia in there. Why? This is not about Obi-Wan. You could probably mention Leia, but that's it.
I have a theory on why Leia.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so with Kylo's name being Ben, right?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people who question why Leia would have named her child Ben when she really didn't know Ben at all.
Oh, jeez.
He was just that crotchety Jedi. He meant a lot to Luke, but what did he mean to Leia? Well, now she has a connection to Ben.
It's dumb. It's fucking dumb.
That's about the response that my wife gave me.
Here's the thing. You don't need to show space adventures between Leia and Ben Kenobi just to make that connection, Disney. That's so dumb. You already did it. It's one of those things in storytelling, or at least in movies, TV shows, where the audience gets it. You don't need to. Oh man, I wonder who Luke Skywalker's dad is. Anakin Skywalker. What? No way. Like, like we don't need. Again, like you said, your theory, if that's true, yeah.
And I just remember people legitimately complaining about that. So
yeah.
That would be another. Hey guys, look, we're fixing things for the sequels.
Yeah, I mean, again, I didn't say it best, but again, you probably understood me. But again, you don't need to show us about Ben Solo's original first name or origin of his first name.
The origin of Han Solo's name. Solo?
Yeah.
Yep, you're alone, so you're solo.
Yeah. That was really, really dumb.
And very necessary too. Very necessary.
Yeah, but again, as you know, the audience probably picked up on that when they found out it was Ben Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's EU or because it's EU and Disney inspired, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So again, just one of those dumb things where it's like, that's how they got it. That's how they got it. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. Were you not paying attention in TFA and TLJ and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, the Quinlan Voss thing. Is that a rumor? Is that a really good rumor, or is it?
Oh, I have no idea. I just know that it was some sort of, hey, look at this line. That's all.
Yeah, because here's the thing. We don't need Quinlan Voss. I'm sorry. Now they're trying to get Clone Wars credit now. Clone Wars appearances. It's like, stop. Can we just please have a natural original story?
Yeah.
And this is I don't give a shit about, and I should give a shit about Quinlan Voss.
I do know that a lot of people were expecting flashbacks to the Clone Wars. Frankly, I was expecting more of that, so I was like, okay, I know I'm going to be missing things when they do these flashbacks, but nope.
That would have made more sense.
I'm pretty much missing. I'm missing nothing from my lack of Clone War knowledge, as far as I can tell.
Well, even so, you know what they could have really did in that, and this is obviously based on when I was a kid, always dreaming of the Clone Wars between the waiting for episode 3. And to kind of, they could have did live action stuff, obviously. They didn't have, obviously, for the sake of the live action, to translate. But even so, if they really wanted to be lazy, they could add Obi-Wan either, like you said, they could have had scenes of that live action scene. Quinlan, sorry.
Oh no, no. Oh, Moonchild made a mistake. Made a mistake himself.
Oh, gotcha. Anyway, like either make live action Clone Wars scenes, which would have been cool, I'll admit, because I wanted live action, or an idea like Obi-Wan he's trying to repress some good memories for some odd reason, right? And you just hear the dialogue, the battle in the background. Obviously he's not having a good time because he knows what truly happened after that battle. Because Order 66 and all that. But I'm very surprised they didn't add that stuff, because even to me, like, that would have made more sense than adding the Leia stuff. Let's be completely honest, because if we're trying to focus on Obi-Wan, we got to talk about Anakin and what happened between those two. They served in the Clone Wars. That easy, folks. That fucking easy.
Okay, so now we get to the action. 3, 2, 1, action. But they're searching. They're searching the town. Their hideaway gets noticed, and then there's a good scene where Loader looks like it's about to crack the troopers over the head, but ends up not having to. And then the troopers dismiss the place as a site of interest. Now, here's a place where I was yelling at the screen a bit. Right after they are passed by, they were passed over. This is when they should be hunkering down even more, because while there's a search going on, where's the most secure place? The place that has just been searched.
Yeah.
So they just got a free pass, and they're going, we have to get out of here now. Move the timetable up, move it up, move up. All the things you should not do, because they were just passed over. They should have gone, oh, thank God, we've been passed over.
Yeah, because I totally get it, because I again, that's a great observation by you, because I didn't even see that. Because you would think when you're doing a search for a very, very important fugitive, that shit would have been locked down, especially by Empire standards.
And that's kind of what they're doing. They're going from building to building, and when they went to this building, they didn't find the secret squirrel hideaway to their Jedi Underground. And once that building has been X'd off, that is the safest place for them.
Yep.
But what do? Oh no, we have to leave. We have to scurry away. Well, everyone's watching. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then after that, and of course, Darth Vader comes on the scene and starts just randomly killing people.
Don't. Oh, this is gonna piss me off. This pissed me off so fucking much now. Again, he's my favorite character, so it hurts even worse. Why the fuck is he killing unnecessary targets when they're not in their way? They're not his Imperial officers. This was lockdown space.
And yes, I'm agreeing with. I agree with you when you say that the officer spy panicked, but this is one of the biggest problems. Okay, let's say that the officer spy panics. You've also got a war veteran by the name of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the room with that spy, who could have been going, no, we're okay.
Yeah, he's smart enough to not go out there too. But yeah, again, Vader doesn't kill innocents unless he is assigned to do a mission or one of his officers fail him. It's he's calculated by a military philosophy. He operates as a military philosophy. And it's funny how they criticize the younglings getting killed, which rightfully so. That's definitely got a little dark. You know, I can't. It's hard for me to defend that.
A little,
yeah. But and then everybody's like, "Yo, holy crap, you killed!" Isn't that crazy how people went on Twitter and said that? It's like, wow, hypocritical much. But yeah, like they were not in this way. They were in fear, out of the way. Vader was being Vader by himself, and again, I think what happened in that shot, everybody knew how important Vader was from a badass standpoint. Well, unfortunately, they had to go make him super badass, and they had to get that shot because, well, it's Darth Vader. We got to make our money with Darth Vader on the screen and just have him killing people, even though it's out of character to kill targets that when he's not those aren't calculated targets.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Disney's got to make him look badass moment in Star Wars. It's the same thing with Boba Fett. Let's make him like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, Moonchild does have a point, and this is what I thought he was doing. That he was doing the killing and torturing to draw Obi-Wan out. And yes, but it's one of those things that it works, but I thought it was unnecessary. It doesn't bother me as much as it obviously bothers you.
And again, the idea behind it, yes, but Vader is very intelligent too by this time because he's Vader.
What I would have thought he would have done would have been to have taken a villager or a group of them, and then actually systematically tortured one or two or three, not just this random byblos.
Yeah, he just stops and then he randomly just starts choking and killing people. That was very odd.
Yeah, but if he took one out and going, you can stop this, Kenobi.
Exactly.
And then proceeds to torture
James Earl Jones does his job and then do the systematic killing, like we talked about with that other character, Inquisitor. Remember, the second sister from Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been, yep.
And that would have established him as just as ruthless and just as deadly, especially if he did it. Especially if he did it while everyone else was right around him, because like I can do this, and none of you can stop me.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the beautiful thing about that character, I thought he was badass without the unnecessary random killings. The way he walks and breathes, that's all that man needs. All that fucker needs. And then they had to make him stop and make him a dumbass random killer. Can we mention how Vader just snaps? Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, that was a variation of the Force choke because we'd never seen that even in the sequels. And Vader, we could tell from the OT, he just lifts the guy up, and does a little like a palm, or not even a palm. That was like a weird like flick of a finger.
Yeah. And Moonchild, yes, he does stop when Obi-Wan comes out. But what I was saying is that he should have taunted Obi-Wan. He stops when Vader comes out, but he didn't say, you can stop this, Obi-Wan.
Right.
He just was doing it.
Think about it this too. I also analyzed that scene too, thinking about it. Like, okay, Vader, Vader's being Vader. He's walking towards them or excuse me, trying to kill people. If I'm Obi-Wan, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Remember, here's the thing, Net. Like, we're kind of spoiling what we're getting to, but we know this character in this series likes to run, so why the fuck is he not being smart, running away from Darth motherfucking Vader?
And their motherfucking tunnel is right there. They don't have to go. They don't have to go into the open to get to the tunnel.
again, that's like a very poorly executed scene where, yes, you're trying to create intense drama and fear and whatever you want to establish, whatever word I'm trying to say. But at the same time, it's like those scary movie things where the dumbass victim is like standing right there screaming like a dumbass and not winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, it just, for that and Vader being a random killer, that pissed me off.
Yeah. And the teleportation skills, frankly, there was a good amount of teleportation that happens all around coming up, as far as I could tell.
Yeah. Are we getting to that scene then, the fight scene?
I think so.
Yeah.
But, well, and this actually comes up to what Moonchild's saying. Didn't he give Leia time to escape? I'm going to make an overall criticism here that's going to break us out of continuity for a moment.
That's fine. I want to talk about this too.
Yeah. All three of them start running down the tunnel. Then, and Obi-Wan says, "No, I'm going to I'm going to go back, and I'm going to delay him for you." Then the spy and Leia keep running. Then, after they get a bit further, Leia's going, "No, he can't survive by himself. You need to go." So then they ping pong the officer to go back to get Kenobi, because we need to get Kenobi to come back to where he originally was with them.
Yeah.
It's like, make up your goddamn minds, people.
You would think a military person would be more precise with their critical thinking skills too in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my thought was, correct me if I'm wrong, Nat, since you just seen it to refresh your memory. Because did Obi-Wan go down a separate tunnel, or did he go back to the door?
That's kind of what I meant by teleportation. I don't think they actually showed. It's just he kind of left the TV screen, and then we see him. And then we suddenly see him wandering around on that plane. And how did he get there?
Yeah, because I thought that was kind of stupid, because if I'm not mistaken, and if he goes, "I got to go back and stall," dude, you're just standing in front of a fucking door. You're not stalling.
Nope.
And Vader, I mean, again, Vader senses you, and by the time he kills another unnecessary victim, the fact that he's only, 30, 40 feet away from you, guess what? You're cooked.
And yes, Moonchild, maybe he could have gotten out another way. It would be nice if they showed that, though. I mean,
I actually kind of thought about that, Nat. I was thinking about that today. So, it could have been a very compelling scene in this situation, since we're talking about this scene. If Obi-Wan truly wants to, stall, he's behind the door. Obviously, Vader senses him, right? The little pause. And then whether or not he kills the kids, he kind of gets, close to the door. And then, he looks around, and then he takes his time, obviously, not straight to the door. But then he does the force, with his fist, and then rips the door off, and then he sees Kenobi.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, obviously he's in kill mode. He just rushes in.
Mm-hmm.
See, that would have been great. You could add tension, build up, excitement right there.
But part of the reason why I don't really agree with the getting out another way thing is that they showed the people who came in to search coming in through the same entrance that was used before, and the back of the shop leads to the tunnel. That doesn't leave a lot of other places to exit, and the other places to exit would probably still be able to be seen.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not counting this as terribly against them, but it does feel like teleportation. It goes, and somehow Vader went out onto the plane.
At least very bad editing on the production.
Because also then Vader followed him out onto the plane, or was waiting for him on the plane, or what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then at the end of that fight, we have Officer Spy and Loader Droid it suddenly he have is suddenly teleporting to the ridge nearby.
Yeah.
Wasn't that convenient?
Yeah. So I
So,
think it's time to talk about the fight, though, right?
yep.
Start us out.
Well,
Not
he
much to
approached.
talk about, right?
He approaches Darth Vader. Darth Vader lights up that lightsaber, and Kenobi kind of goes, "Oh shit!"
I still don't understand that. That was so dumb. He runs away not once but twice. I know you're trying to, help Leia get away, but if you fight Vader, you're gonna help way more much with
Well,
that.
no, actually, I don't have a problem with that because as long as Vader is focused on him, when he runs away, he knows Vader's going to follow. So so that actually could stall him more than a possibly abrupt ending of a fight.
No,
So
I get that, but as long as you're engaged with Vader,
yeah,
the distraction works.
but what I'm saying is that running away is still engaging Vader because Vader's not just going to stand there while Kenobi of all people is running away. So he's not going to
Yes.
disengage to go get Leia. So running away is actually one of the better things he could have done. Actually staying and fighting was one of the worst things he could have done because he was going to keep Vader engaged no matter what he did.
Yeah, all I know is that fight was probably the worst fight in Star Wars history. I'm not even lying. Again, choreograph wise, context wise, I'm not expecting prequel level fight because that should never be the intention with this show 10 years later after Revenge of the Sith.
The years have
explore this.
To quote Vader right now, the years have made you weak, old man. Does that sound like somebody who still considers Kenobi to be his master?
No.
No. He looks like it seems to me like that ship has sailed. Darth Vader does not consider himself the learner.
And I know where you meant by that because of A New Hope, because it contradicts the dialogue of A New Hope.
The last we met, I was but the learner. Now we have come full circle, and I am the master. Something very close to that. And
the circle is now, I remember it. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. And then,
yes,
only a master evil Darth. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, just
and I've been told that, oh yeah, but if Obi-Wan smokes him in the next time they meet, then that will still be that it won't be a problem. But the thing is that even if Obi-Wan smokes him, that just means that he gets beaten. It doesn't mean that he now thinks he's the learner again.
Yeah. It's terrible because they really just contradict a lot of things now in the OT possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I don't know if we discussed this. I don't like how he was pretty much nerfed in terms of abilities. Like, remember what I said about, wow, it took him 10 years to fucking communicate with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Meh.
That is so dumb.
Now, keep in mind that Qui-Gon Jinn was the very first Jedi to actually pierce that veil. So nobody really knew how to talk to any of that stuff. This is all new.
I understand that, but again, now you're just contacting Qui-Gon, or now it's taking you know what I mean? Like, if you're that good with the Force, I mean, if you're a Jedi Master, even though you're learning like a new ability per se, but if you're strong in the Force, it shouldn't take up to 10 years. Maybe
it's odd. It's odd that it appears that he just decided to start now.
And that's another part of it too. Yeah, because again, it's just like now. I mean, again, we talked about this before.
If this felt like he just kept on trying and just wasn't getting anywhere, that would be different. But it seemed like he just was like, oh shit, I should be trying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, the camera ran. Okay, gotta make him believe. I gotta make the audience believe I was doing this for a long time.
Yeah. So
exactly that I don't understand that, Moon, because again, that should have never been the direction. That should have been, the direction of the show. We better get back to the fight. Because remember,
it wasn't much of a fight though.
No, it was like cosplayers going at it basically.
And one thing that when I was first watching it, I actually couldn't see. Okay, why did Vader stop? Why did Vader just turn around and just go? We've lost him. And I was figuring that
after the fight, right?
And I was figuring that I must have missed something. So I watched. So whereas I was watching this in the background for the most part this time, this time when it got there, I was specifically watching, and all that it was that the fire's too big, and you could hear the stormtroopers in the background going, "We can't get around it. There's no way through it. There's no way around it."
Okay.
Okay, guys, you got these little communicator things. This is Empire property. Get on the communicator and get a flyer over here.
Empire gunship.
Yeah, a gunship too. But I'm just saying, just get eyes on them, because the big thing is that we've lost them. We'll never find them. No, just get eyes on them.
I understand. Yeah, like a walker even.
Yeah, just do anything to get eyes on them, and they're screwed. But they just looking at each other going, "Turdy-durdy-dur."
Yeah.
and we had just seen Vader put the flames out a moment ago. So why couldn't he do it again? Because he put the flames out so that
I just know he just stood there for the camera and he just walked away. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Because that was my biggest gripe with it. Because again, I'm like Vader, I get it. I love your design as much as anybody, but do something. It was a great shot. Don't get me wrong, but damn, catch him with the force. Throw around that stupid loader droid. Something. Now Vader looked more dumb than Obi-Wan in this episode, unfortunately. Very dumb. And he wasn't on screen for that much compared to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Did you hear the justification by some fans? Oh, he loves the hunt. I'm like, are you? Oh my god, Ned, I'm so glad. I would have retweeted that and said some naughty words, really.
Not when it's about, not when it's Kenobi. I mean, I get that he wanted to hurt Kenobi. I understand that, but the idea of
capture him at least.
Yeah, but as far as he likes the hunt, no, I could believe it if it was a random Jedi that he likes the hunt.
Yeah,
for Kenobi, he wants to hurt him and then he wants to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. Because picture this, like you said, let's say a Nar Jedi on a Nar mining facility, it's closed off, right? So nobody can leave. You got this very dumb and inexperienced Jedi lost in a cave, and Vader's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this." Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do, Disney, if you wanted to have that moment. That thrill the hunt bullshit.
Oh yeah. So
and
one of the things that I had said way before this show came out was that, okay, we're going to be having Vader and Kenobi fight not just once but twice.
I don't understand. I really don't understand it.
Well, but the thing that I actually said is, okay, I don't see their fight ending with Vader accepting Obi-Wan leaving alive. So how are they going to make that happen? And we just ran into that problem here. They just had to make it happen somehow. Because, Vader is like a dog with a bone. Once he gets something, he's not going to let it go.
Let's just go back to let's just be Disney again, and we got to have that fight, man. I don't care how dumb and stupid we have to do and be contrived, but let's have that third fight or that second fight.
Yep. Jeez. And way before this show came out, I was assured by people I was assured by people that don't worry, that they haven't said what kind of competition it's going to be. It's going to be in the dreams. It's going to be like a dream walking thing where they fight.
Was a dream.
Well, but don't worry. They're not going to they wouldn't physically have them meet. Don't worry that.
They already met you, Tom.
No, I know, but this is way before.
I know. I was just adding to it. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, fine. If your theory works out, I'll eat some crow and say, okay, cool. Guess what didn't happen? Nope, yeah. They met physically.
And they're going to meet in a third way for a second time in a more contrived way, just to further muck up the plot and the story of the OT. Great. Great.
Yeah.
Literally, children can make better fucking scripts. I don't care. Like I said, Joe can make a better script, and he's like, what, 15?
I think 17.
Okay. Apologies, Joe, if you see this. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I'm gonna, like, again, to kind of spoil the beans. This is why I'm getting the itch to make shit again for YouTube.
Yep.
Because I know I can make my own version of Kenobi. I really could. Give me as long as I can get an outline for a 6-episode, maybe 3-episode outline for Kenobi, I'll gladly make a video. As long as I get it all plotted out. I'm not just going to be like, yeah, I can do it better. And then literally go, and this happens, and this happens. No, I would try to be really, professional and try to, give you my 100% vision on the show from first episode to third episode.
Yep.
Just, why'd they have to make Vader look like a dumbass? It's bad enough. It's bad enough Anakin killed fucking younglings in Revenge of the Sith. Now he's looking dumb. My boy Vader's looking bad again.
Yep. And I'm sorry, but for the people who talk about his lack of connection to the Force, whatnot, or being due to trauma,
it's so dumb.
I have never seen Ben, and not even in this show. So I'm not just ignoring what I'm seeing in this show. I have not seen the effects of trauma on Ben. That's not happening. What he's doing is he's been laying low, and what people are saying he's got trauma, and that's why he's left the way of the Jedi. No,
the justifications for this whole goddamn show is bullshit.
No, the reason why he's quote unquote left the way of the Jedi is that he's been motherfucking laying low. He's had a mission, a singular mission that he's been doing ever since Luke was born. And nothing else is more important than that to him, including any of the other Jedi.
Oh, yeah, that's how simple. Again, you saw my tweet probably before this live stream. It was more of a reply to, I'm not going to be specific. That's wrong of me. I was like, all I had to do, this is the reply to a Kenobi thing. I was like, all they had to do is exactly what you said, Ned. Keep it on Tatooine. Subtle reference to looking over Luke, in some capacity or many capacities. Show Kenobi going through his reflection and help him get through his dark times, both mentally and, of course, what's going on in the galaxy with the dark times of the Empire. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know how great of a fucking show that would have been?
And by the way, if they wanted to get him off Tatooine, which, for love of God, this is the first show that Tatooine is actually appropriate to stay on. But if they wanted to get...
If they wanted to take him off Tatooine?
Well, I was saying if they wanted to take him off Tatooine, what would have made sense would have been if he learned of a threat to Luke and he needed to go take care of something that he'd found out about.
Well, yeah, that could have worked.
Yeah.
Star Wars Theory thinks the loader droid wrecker. Oh my fucking God.
What the hell?
Oh.
I don't watch any of Star Wars theory, but some of the things that I hear
even
people.
if this is theory or not, but this is the bullshit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is that record? They only care about the surface level shit. It's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, again, Boba Fett was never ever going to be a Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, or maybe an Obi-Wan to a certain extent. But they didn't have to make him a fucking gang leader and make him a nice, nice crime lord. They just had to explore his moral compass, see what makes him tick mentally, emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's bribed by, but again, I'm making an example. But yeah, it's just Cal is a better fucking character right now. Just like Sam was about to say right here.
Yeah.
Exactly. I talked about this, Sam. I'll have to go through a shit ton of tweets because it's been bad. But damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Cal Kestis was a very competent fucking Jedi, whether that's gameplay or the story.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a fucking Padawan. Let me rant about this. This is why I don't agree with the nerf, because again, it's going to somehow, some way, even if you justify for a character, story, arc, whatever, like in terms of arc, development, whatever. You don't do that to a pre-established character that is a fucking Jedi Master. He's going to look dumb, and you're going to basically get a lesser character than what he should be one way or another. It shouldn't have.
No, exactly.
Because again, it's 6 episodes. Oh, this it goes back to the jokes of, hey, let's make a Dexter Jettster story. Because again, not every corner of the galaxy needs to be covered. What needs to happen if Disney, like I said, if Disney wants to be taken serious, and if they want to have their money, they should really invest in some writers and some true creative visionaries. Because here's the thing, my smuggler story that me and Nazo from Twitter, we brainstormed about, that was better than any Star Wars material I've seen. Disney Star Wars material, sorry. I literally had the characteristics and the arcs planned out with character development in 20 minutes of a brainstorm. 20 minutes of a brainstorm, and these guys take, what, half a year to a year to develop their scripts?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking frustrating. Now you see why I want to come back to this shit. I mean, everybody's just a dumbass in this show now. It's just... And the fact that there's going to have a fucking second fight. Jesus Christ. Anything else we want to talk about in that?
That I've said about Kenobi. So for anybody who would like to see my thoughts on Kenobi before any of the episodes came out, go to my playlists and you'll find it right there.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to predict, it was going to suck. I mean, I thought it was going to suck too, but not to this degree. So
you told me you actually had some hope.
I had, because of the show, because I wanted to see this type of show, obviously.
Yeah.
I was, that's right. Because I remember the day I was like, Ned, this is bullshit. I was praying and hoping, just get Disney's writing away for once. Get away from bad writing for once. Don't fuck up this story. Please don't fuck up this story.
Yeah. And ever since I first heard about Kenobi, I was just completely apathetic. And I'd originally said that I wasn't even going to bother watching it unless I could find a way to monetize it or make something work for me, benefit from it. And that was before I was streaming. And now it's like, you know what? I'm streaming. So, yeah, I'm going to watch it so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
But I've only gone from apathy to, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah, like obviously Tennessee's fucked in jarring.
I knew you'd feel that way.
That I don't know. We're gonna have to do a ranking now, Net. So sequel trilogy first, Kenobi second, and then Mando's third.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
I don't know. I have a hard
In terms of
time
worst.
in distinct.
In terms of worst. Sorry.
I have a hard time distinguishing between some of these levels of bad.
Yeah, true, because the bar is so low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Mando pissed me off, obviously, and sequel trilogy, that was the first stab in the back, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if Isaac is still around, I just sent him a link to come on since he was like, I want on.
Right. No,
But
if you want to kick me off, I can have him on.
oh well, either way, I mean, I'm not I don't feel the need to kick you off. I just wanted to I just figured that it would be a lot saner to have a one-on-one discussion about it instead of everyone trying to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah. No, I'll gladly be the listener.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
don't know if he's still around or not, but I just figured I'd send it to him just in case.
oh, so just in case, just stay here.
Oh yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah. So, oh, I think that mostly covers this episode, but yeah.
Yeah, mostly the bullet points because again, like there's some good stuff, man. It just pisses me off that there's some decent stuff in here. It's just a lot of shit, unfortunately. And I think, I mean, we could have done a better job. There's always improvement, but it's that basic of a story, unfortunately. You know, it's
Oh
just
yeah.
Obi-Wan on the run with Leia, and then he finds Darth Vader. That's the fucking plot of the episode, basically.
Yep.
It's not no Infinity War type of plot to where we have to literally go scene by scene to criticize if we needed to, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it might obviously it was some Vader criticism, some characters being dumb,
Mm-hmm.
force abilities, nerfed characters, bad choreography, dumb decisions, just everything.
Oh yeah, and we didn't cover the fact that Reva got ahead of Leia somehow.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about that.
Because
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Because that's more of the teleportation. Because okay, she found where the tunnel was. That's great, but Leia had been running down that tunnel. How did Reva get ahead of her?
Because apparently they're going to justify it by saying, well, Reva was in the store before, and she just didn't show that she can open the door and then.
Oh no, I'm fine with that. But I'm saying that Leia was in the process of running through the tunnel, and Reva found the tunnel, and then somehow gets ahead of Leia.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, because she's ahead of Leia. She killed the pilot, and she's there going, "I've got you now."
Yeah.
And it's like, but you found the same entrance that Leia used, which implies that you used the same path.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you? I mean, hell, she should have just taken Leia out from behind.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But she teleported. She just looked at she looked at the tunnel and went, "Okay, I somehow know exactly where this tunnel is going to come out," and then doesn't use the tunnel, goes to the end point of the tunnel, apparently, and waits for Leia there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Sam. Hey, is that Isaac?
And welcome to Isaac.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
not too
I saw
much.
your face.
So,
isn't that from a show or something? I saw your face.
No, you did not see my face.
So you've been wanting on to talk about how awesome this show is and how Foot and I are completely wrong in all of our criticisms, right?
Nice. I'm very proud of you guys.
What'd you say, Isaac? I think your mic is a little low.
Yeah, someone invited me in the stream.
I still can't hear him.
No, he's talking to somebody that's not us.
Oh, sorry.
He's gonna do the hat, the capping down thing.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah. I just want to talk to them when I'm.
All right, well, say, are you saying goodbye?
No, I'm not leaving.
Oh,
I'm just,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about
Hello,
that.
people. So, do we have you now, Isaac?
What?
Do we have you now? You there?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm good.
So yeah, you're going to be coming on to tell both me and Foot just how wrong we were about everything we just said about Kenobi, right?
How wrong you are about liking
With all of our criticisms. You think the show is absolutely great, flawless masterpiece, right?
Hello?
Hello? Do you hear me?
You there, Isaac?
Hello?
Hello?
Isaac, are you live?
Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you, but you can't hear us.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Are you able to turn up your mic a little bit?
Huh?
Are you able to turn your mic up a little bit?
Turn my mic up? No.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, he's obviously able to hear you now. Can you hear me too?
I can hear you both.
Okay,
All right.
now we're good. So, what I was saying a moment ago was that you're going to be coming on here to tell us that all of our criticisms of Kenobi are completely off base, and that Kenobi is a masterpiece of a show, right?
No. No. It's awful.
It's terrible. Like I said, it's worse than Mando, and Mando was garbage.
I think it is kind of worse than Mando. The production quality is worse. The writing is like less inspired. I need to go. Obviously, I need to go get a little more into that, but I don't know. I wouldn't say my experience with it is like worse than Mando, because Mando was like I
They were at least doing that. They were at least doing their own thing.
and I immediately know how it's going to end. And Kenobi isn't like that, so it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I only say
some of what you guys were talking about in the stream, though, and I pretty much agree with what I've seen, what you said.
Yeah, there's not much to discuss in this episode because, like we were talking about, like it's just, there is and there isn't. But again, we just summed it up in like 5 bulletin points. Everybody's dumb. Jedi and Sith are dumb. Just a lot of dumbness, unfortunately.
It's like, isn't that kind of a trend of what's going on with those like Disney Plus protagonists, though? Or that like whenever they're faced with some enemy, they look so freaking incompetent. Like,
yeah, and then they need to be saved.
Yeah, formula guys.
Oh yeah, they're definitely following a formula.
Unfortunately,
And one thing that just killed me was that when they were saved by the spy at the very end. Okay, we have a loader droid and a completely unarmored human just saving Obi-Wan Kenobi from a troop of stormtroopers and Vader.
Yeah.
No, we've lost him. Just turn around, go home. Nothing to see here.
When
Loader droid
they
took
set
off
up
with
the
the
fire again,
Lord
and Vader
Vader.
just lets Obi-Wan go.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, okay, get in whatever transport you got you here and drive around the fire.
I
If the fire
I
was
didn't like
the
the
fire,
whole fight in general, at all. Like everything
no.
about it, like the confrontation was so fucking weak. Like they didn't even attempt to like give some like.
I said, Isaac, I said it was just like two
between these two
cosplayers
characters.
going at
They
each other.
see each other after a while, and they give like the most basic confrontation, like the basic dialogue they could give to each other. I'm not sure if it's even in character either. Like when Obi-Wan said, "What have you become?" It's like he knew that about Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, and he kept himself cool. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a flub there, big time. There's a big contradiction. I only disagree because of the fan reaction has been. I disagree only because the fan reaction has been less brain damaging than. I don't know.
I would say that depends on where you're looking.
Because Sam, I've seen some incredible doozies. This is TLJ territory, like I said. Oh my god, it's wonderful. Oh my god, that fucking fight was fabulous. Please stop.
And I'm seeing some people that I tend to somewhat respect just completely losing their minds over this. And it's like
Correct.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
It's like I am not talking to you about this subject because you're going to hate me by the end of the conversation.
Yeah. Remember Alden Diaz, Netcat?
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah,
Well, we'll see you later.
Net. Oh, see you, Isaac. But Net, remember that Alden Diaz character? Or Twitter account, sorry.
I don't think I remember that one.
He's the Disney fanboy. The Disney fanboy / shill.
There's a lot of them.
Well,
I'm not remembering that one in particular though.
Oh my god, he probably later on, like a different time during the stream or whatever, or outside the stream, I'll show you because he made, again, like I understand people can have their own opinions and they can like a show, but like I was saying to Sam's tweet, these guys are flipping. Like they are like whooping it up like it's Empire 2.0. It's like,
and people,
that fight was phenomenal.
And people talk about how the trauma is how there's so much trauma. Trauma explains all this.
He's babysitting the fucking kid.
And oh my freaking god! For all the people who are talking about how this is such a great portrayal of trauma, I have to ask: are any of you people who are saying that in a position where you have actually seen real life, if after effects of trauma? Because I do work in a field where I run into that, and that ain't trauma.
Yeah, the fanboying to this show, like I said, it's getting out of control, Sam. If I were to talk back to you, Sam, it's getting out of control. It's like TLJ level of fanboying.
Yeah,
the fight was great. Ian McGregor's,
the thing is that the things that all the people who have committed to loving Kenobi before it even started because Kenobi, now they have got to the point where the big cannon breaking thing has happened, and now they have to either fish or cut bait, and a lot of them are doubling down on it being great instead of going, shit, you guys are right.
Not only that, remember I made my tweet about prequel fans?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Now we're turning on our brothers from the prequel fandom.
Yep,
Prequel
and I'm one of the bigger prequel fans out there that I know, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't understand it. Like, even if it's got prequel related media, material, if it's crap, it's crap. I mean, you're talking to a guy that thinks Clone Wars is vastly overrated. I don't care if it has Obi-Wan, Anakin, Darth Maul, clone troopers. No, it's not that good. And then people are saying, all because Darth Vader fought Obi-Wan 10 years later, not New Hope, but in the middle of 3 and 4. This is where it's getting bad. Because now you got prequel saying, getting their fan film, unfortunately, because this is the same story. This ain't a fucking series. It's a fucking fan film.
Yep.
Let's clap at a fucking fan film that I've seen how many times on YouTube. Like, seriously. Like, the fanboying is really bad on Twitter. Again, I've been trying to be not so out of line, but wow. The Alden Diaz guy was like, I was truly terrified at Vader. No, you weren't. Stop it. You're just... It's getting hyperbolic with these tweets these days. It was just as like they were on TLJ. Riveting. Masterpiece. Flawless.
And here's that account you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, it's a wormhole of dumbness. He's a big fan of Disney. And he is the stereotypical guy. I shit you not, net. One of the I can't remember. It was a big YouTuber. I think he knew EFAP, regardless or not. He got into a Twitter spat with Alden because, God forbid, so and so told him that we don't need like 24/7 content from Disney, especially on useless shows like Loki and shit like that. And like I said, this is the guy, Alden Diaz, the guy that thinks that needs a fucking show and will be like, yep, this is the greatest thing. Like, I swear to God, Nat, he would probably approve of, let's see, what's a very obscure Disney character underneath the Disney license? He would probably approve of a, what is it? A Gonk Droid story, probably. And he meets up with fucking Luke Skywalker, and he becomes a Jedi. That type of dumb logic and bullshit writing. Like, he would approve of that shit. That's how bad. No, are you there? Nah.
I'm here.
Okay, what were you doing?
Oh, I was looking at Twitter. But and apparently I was off Chrome long enough that it decided to stop capturing my voice because I could still hear you.
Yeah, but like I said, you could tell this is the stereotypical. Oh man, they got to make a Goofy movie 3 or a Goofy movie. Like, not everything needs a fucking TV show or a sequel, a reboot.
So a somewhat random question, and with droids, are they just machines, or are they people too?
They're droids.
Well, should you worry about whether they have feelings?
No, because they're programmed without feelings.
I would disagree, because droids are actually highly advanced artificial intelligence, which learns. And what is it to say that something has to be carbon based to have feelings. Why can't it be silicone based?
I think you got a point, honestly. Because now that I think about it, C-3PO and R2-D2 did display emotion even in the OT.
Yep.
Forgot.
And hey, I just lost FootClann. Where'd everybody go? Everybody go. What the heck happened there?
I don't know. But yeah, you made a point there. Actually, Net, I'm actually gonna take a break.
Oh, that's fine.
I think we've been talking for 2 hours. Damn.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like having you on, because we got a good enough chemistry that it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to get you on at a time when you weren't gonna need to be running to work.
Yeah. It's nice to do this on my day off. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm going to work myself in about like 3 hours. So woo.
Yeah. All right. See you now.
But yeah, at another time we should talk about droids, because I like droids.
No, I like them too. I wasn't meaning that, but
oh no, but I've seen in some people, most recently Nubicus. Yep, I can hear you now.
But go ahead, Matt.
I've seen people say, "Who cares about them? They're just machines." When they have like Leia saying that you should be respectful to them, and I'm just no, they aren't just machines. There's a difference between a toaster and a droid.
Yeah.
But anyway, you want to head off, so I will talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later, Matt.
Yep, see ya. Bye.
You too.
Well, I will vent for a moment, see if Isaac wants to come back. Doop-a-doo. I'm not sure if he's intending to come back or not. Seems to have some problems. Yeah. Well, I think I'll end the stream. Thank you for everyone for being here. And if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. All that fun stuff. So yeah, have a good day and rock on, or whatever.